Welcome back to The Local Show, a service of Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts and Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show, locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, here are your hosts, Tom and Steve.
And we're back again. Aren't you happy that we just keep flapping our gums and gives you something to listen to? It's not too bad, huh?
I heard when we were at the home show, people were like, well, when I'm working in the garage, I listen to you guys.
Yeah.
When people are on their way somewhere or we have listeners that actually just like listen to us, Tom. Isn't that impressive?
Right, I hadn't heard that. Okay, I'll believe you.
Yeah, they do. Well, I don't know, somewhere between 10 and 15,000 of them a weekend. So we appreciate the listeners.
Absolutely.
And maybe you have a business that you think might be interesting on the show. Let us know. Send an email to Tom. Do you want to go to you?
No, you can send it to you.
I'll send it to Steve.
It's the Steve Show, folks.
Steve at zoeadvertising.com. And then just put in the memo, Steve is better than Tom.
That's it. I think that's pretty obvious. Yeah. It's our pleasure right now to bring on two people on the Local Show, Shauna Chernoff and Christy Krzywda. Now, Shauna is the mortgage loan originator at Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. And then branch manager at Manlius is Christy Krzywda, who we've had on several times. And welcome, ladies. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me.
Both of you.
And
you know.
And you too.
Yes, we have.
At least one of them's happy to be here.
Two microphones. Well, it's hard to know. It's like here they are in their separate silos of, doing their work during the day. And now they've got to bring them together and we make them sit real close.
Like you and me.
Yeah. Well, we're used to this stuff.
No, real close.
See each other all the time.
There you go. Yeah. So, Shauna, you tell us, what do you do over there at Geddes Federal?
So I'm the mortgage loan originator, so I do purchases, home equities, line of credits. Mm-hmm. Home equities are really big right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's got to be busy for you in general, right? Because it's springtime. Isn't this the spring home improvement season, house buying season? Wouldn't you say that?
It is. We have a lot of pre-qualifications out there. We have a thing going on now where you get $500 towards your closing cost if you pre-qualify with us and come back with a signed purchase contract by May 31st. So we got a lot of those. Mm-hmm. We also have a lot of people doing home equities because they've been stuck in the house all winter.
Right, yeah.
Did you have to put up with our Brad, or was another mortgage originator had to deal with Brad?
I can't say anything on that.
Oh, he was amazing. I don't know what you're talking about. He was amazing.
So Brad, who is on staff here at Zoey, went through the process, and he was just so wide-eyed. He had never purchased a home. And there's so many hoops to jump through, and he didn't even know which hoops to jump through, but he had a great experience. So I can speak to that. And
I worked with him. That's why I was saying he was amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, he asked.
Our Brad was amazing?
He was. He asked really good questions, and he was thorough, and he got his stuff in on time. He was a great customer.
Wow.
I'm just amazed that Steve pays somebody full time to be able to afford a house. If I didn't pick up trash on the weekends, I wouldn't make enough.
Oh, listen to you. So you mentioned people are leaning into their house and saying, okay, it's time to do something.
Yeah.
And they're going over to Geddes and shaking you loose for some money to do that?
Pretty much, yeah.
Now, and she mentioned the pre-qualification. Now, my wife's a realtor, and she said that, certain establishments, they look more kindly upon people like Geddes Federal who their approval means more. And is that the case? Like some approvals are from those sketchy online places are not as good?
I have found that some people have gotten pre-qualifications from different online ones and they've had to come back. Or that a lot of people... a lot of the sellers aren't taking the FHA ones, so they like the conventionals. Okay. And since all of ours are conventional, they do wind up coming to us.
I gotcha. Yeah, so it's it's almost like an insurance policy. You to carry that letter from Geddes Federal. Then realtors take you more seriously too because they want to show you.
No, it is the season, and Tom, you and I have spoke about, and I think we've all talked about the whole PMI thing and how that makes a difference, and even what people can afford, right?
Yes, it does.
So how expensive explain PMI and explain how expensive
and you can take that mic and just put it a little closer to her because she's...
There we go.
Yeah, she's a soft talker. She's not loud like us. Yeah.
My customers say that too. They're like,
Yeah. Speak up. Yeah.
so PMI is private mortgage insurance, and a lot of banks need that because they do sell their loans on the secondary market. And since we hold all of ours, we do not have mortgage insurance. The amount of it is based on the loan amount, but I'm not exactly sure how much that is.
Yeah, I've heard it can be like $100 a month.
It can be.
That goes
absolutely.
into nothingville because it's not going in the equity of your home. It's not paying off your mortgage payment. It's this thing, right?
Right.
It's just insurance that the bank is paying someone else.
Okay, and there's none of that at Geddes, correct?
There's none.
Never.
Nope.
Ever.
Never.
Not on Tuesdays, never. Okay.
Not Tuesdays, not Fridays.
So what is it that you do, Christy, over at the Manlius branch?
Well, I do a little bit of everything.
Sure.
I do the mortgage origination piece as well as customer service, and I get out a drawer and I help out on the teller line whenever needed as also.
You know what's special about the Manlius branch?
There's a creek that's
right
close
at
by.
the end of the parking
You love
lot.
that creek.
I almost went there this last weekend.
Yes, I'd like him to jump in a creek.
I couldn't convince my wife because she really likes it when she waits in the car and I fish.
Yeah.
And no, not at all. And I went to another spot, but I almost went down there. And it's
People like it. They
know.
do. And we actually had an employee once that would go over there and fish on his lunch.
okay, my kind of
Yep, he would walk right over there.
What's part of that?
It's a tributary to limestone.
Is it? Oh, it's part of limestone.
And
Okay.
I didn't know this, but I guess the medallion was hidden not necessarily along that creek, but it was hidden down like it connects to a park.
Oh,
And I
okay.
did not realize that, but I had a customer come in and tell me about
Okay,
it.
so here's what's going to happen, Tom.
Wow.
In the next week or two, I'm going to go down there to the Manlius branch of Geddes. I'm going to drive by. I'm going to the end of the parking lot. I'm going to catch a couple trout.
Yes,
Then I'm
of
going to do a
course.
selfie holding the trout in front of the Geddes building. What do you think?
I think
Okay.
that'll certainly bring
That's what I got.
Fishing for a mortgage?
Oh, there you go.
That's right. Fishing for a mortgage.
And the plot twist.
That's great. So you're kind of full service to that area down there.
Yes.
Which is nice. And you're seeing a lot of people coming in for home equities and maybe new homes at this point?
Yes. You know, things are, when spring comes along, people tend to take a peek at their house and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, I really got to get this upgraded or need to
Sure.
refinish this. And
And we talk about refis, and of course, the sweet spot would have been last year and at the beginning of the pandemic and all that kind of stuff probably would have been better. But still, the rates are, at that point where you better get in now because we don't know what's going to happen in future.
yeah, they actually
true.
just dipped. Yeah, they
So they
went
dipped for
down
a
a little.
second? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so if you're
Run.
on the fence,
Run over to Geddes Federal.
now is the time.
Are people still shifting some of their liquid money into certificates of deposit because the market's a little creepy? Are you finding people doing that?
Oh, yeah, the
CDs,
rates
yeah.
are really good right now, actually.
Yeah.
They seem to just be, going up. So keep checking them.
How long do you have to lock something into a CD?
So we have short term and long term. So as little as 4 months, really.
Oh,
I've
okay.
seen 3.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you just got to take a peek at what we're offering. We are offering a 4-month special right now, a 9-month, and a 17-month.
Oh, perfect. So they can talk to you about that.
Absolutely.
Okay. That's not your area of expertise. You're more just.
No, I know about it because when I work on Saturdays, I'll work in that
Okay.
department. But other than that,
Yeah. All right.
they'd go to Christy over here.
Wonderful.
Pass the buck.
So
Literally.
get it. GeddesFederal.com. Get it at Geddes. GeddesFederal.com. Shauna Chernoff right there, mortgage loan originator. And you're over in Westvale probably, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you're over there. And then, of course, you can see Christy Krzywda, who is the branch manager in Manlius for Geddes Federal
Next to
Savings
the
and
trout
Loan.
stream.
Next to the trout stream. Thank you both for coming in and talking a little banking with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Coming up next, we're going to talk with Anthony Manicone. He is the owner of Pump Pizza Pub. Stick around right here on The Local Show on 570 WSYR.